So should we wait for like 2-3 minutes, Mataji, before we start?
Yes, Mataji, I will send the link after the link.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Ajay Preethi Vilasini Mataji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada Slokas ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vranda Gopika Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. Okay. Vinita Mataji, shall we get started?
Yes, Mataji, we can start.
So thank you all so much for joining. Your teacher, your instructor, Sukasagari Mataji, is not available for a few weeks. So we are trying to cover for her. Of course, we are not going to do justice, but we will try our best. So this is Srila Prabhupada's special shlokas. So we are learning Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita shlokas that were often quoted by Srila Prabhupada. Okay. So we have moved on, actually. We did a few verses from chapter 1, and then we have moved on to chapter 2, which is Divinity and Divine Service from Canto 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, I'll start with the prayers. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitanamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschayate Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So since this is a recital and a shloka class, I just thought it'll be nice even to touch a little bit on the prayers that we read before starting a class. Anyone, can you tell me who is Saraswati Devi? Advait, you've raised your hand. Would you like to try?
Prabhupada Mataji.
Excellent. So why is Prabhupada called as Saraswati Devi?
Oh, he is the disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Excellent, Advait. Very, very, very intelligent. Yes, that is correct. So sometimes, when we chant prayers, we end up chanting prayers to the wrong person. We invoke Saraswati Devi. Actually, it's not Saraswati Devi. It is Saraswate Deve. So that's how we say. And who is Saraswate? Son of Saraswati Deva is Saraswati Devi. And so Nirvisesha Shunyavadi. Anyone knows what Nirvisesha and Shunyavadi is? Shunyavada is, sorry.
Impersonalism and voidism, Mataji.
Exactly. Nirvisesha is impersonalism and Shunyavada is voidism as propounded in the Buddhist philosophy. Yes. And Paschatya refers to?
Western countries.
West, yeah. The West is Paschima, right? So Paschatya Desha Tarini. Okay, so these are a few things I just wanted to touch upon before we get started. I hope you remember this very first slide that she had taught you all about the phonetics and especially with the English transliteration, how to pronounce the words. But as we keep chanting, we'll get a hang of it. So any volunteers for the very first verse, Janmadhyasya Yatonvayad?
Is it recitation we have to do?
Yes.
Or we have to do the meaning?
Yes. Recitation, yes.
Can I try? I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce everything correctly, but can I try?
It's okay. I mean, nobody's perfect here. We're just trying. But who is it? Sorry, I'm not able to.
Hari Dada.
Hey, Sri Haridada Mataji. Wonderful. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadhyaya Asya Yato Navadya Itarastasya Chatatasva Abhigyana Saraswata Tena Brahma Hirdaya Kevaye Muyanti Yaturaya Tejo Varimardam Yataha Vinmayo Yatra Trisagaro Mishra Sagaro Damana Sevana Sada Niristha Kukaham Satyam Param Dhimahe. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Sri Haridada Mataji. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And let's see if we can find out the meanings of a few words that was there in the first shloka. So does anyone want to attempt to tell the meaning, by splitting the verse into different lines? Would anyone like to take a call on that? Okay, I can ask. Janma Dyasya Yato means? What is Janma?
Primeval cause of creation, sustenance, and destruction.
Right, so Janma Adi. So Janma, like you all know, is to appear from birth. Birth is generally referred to Janma. So the entire world is actually coming from there, the cause. Adi means everything else, not just the cause of existence, but also the maintenance, the destruction, everything to put together, etc. Adi is etc., the rest of it. So Janmadhyasya Yatonvayad Itarathas Chartesh Abhignya Swarat. So anyone, meaning of Abhignya and Swarat?
He's independent.
Yeah. And Abhignya is?
He's cognizant.
Cognizant, yes, because Jnana refers to knowledge. Abhignya, you can understand as being cognizant. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. Who is Adi Kavi?
Lord Brahma.
Brahma.
Brahma. Very nice. Muhyanti Yat Suraya. Who are the Surayas?
Demigods.
Demigods. Sura, Asura. So you have heard this, right? The Suras are the demigods and the Asuras, the opposite of Suras, are the demons. Asuras. Very nice. Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinmayo Yatra Trisargo Amrisha. You have heard this word Amrisha. Amrisha is?
Amrit.
Not Amrit. Amrisha. Illusion, right?
Mataji, nectar? Amrit is nectar, right?
It sounds like nectar. It's not Amrit. It's Amrisha. Okay, Amrisha. Okay, it's actually illusion. Dhamna svena sadani rastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. So the word dhimahi indicates what? It indicates that the first verse of the Bhagavatam contains what in it?
Gayatri.
Gayatri, very nice. Yeah. So you have done this verse. So I'm not going to spend too much time on the verses that we have already covered, but we'll just go kind of fast. Okay. So the second one, any volunteers to recite, please?
Shall I recite, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedam vastavam atra vastu sivadam tapatrayo namulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parerishvara Sadhyo Ruddha Varuddhate Atra Kriti Sushushubi Tatshana.
Wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji. And so what is Kaitava Dharma? Anyone?
Cheating religion.
Cheating religion. So Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadham. What is shivadham?
Auspiciousness.
Auspiciousness. So Shiva, the word Shiva means auspicious. Tapatrayon moolanam. So what are the tapatrayas that we are having?
Three modes of means material miseries.
Yes, the three different kinds of material miseries. And what are we trying to do? This Srimad Bhagavatam, unmoolanam, it uproots. Okay, Moola, Mataji was teaching us, is actually roots. So unmoolanam means to uproot. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parairishvara. So who is the Mahamuni that is referred here?
Vasdeva.
Vyasadevaya. Sadhya. So this word Mataji went on, in so many verses this word came. So what is Sadhya? Sadhyo? Immediately. Yeah. Hridi avarudhyate atra kritibhihi susrushubhistakshanat. So we have to give oral reception, right? Submissively, we have to give oral reception to Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the Parodharma. So remember this verse because today's verse is going to touch upon these points. Okay. So anyone wants to actually read the translation just for this verse because this is going to be the connecting verse for us.
I'll continue, Mataji.
Yes.
Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam compiled by the great sage Vasudeva in his maturity is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart.
Very nice. So this is Parodharma, right? Dharma projita kaitavo atra paramo. So Parodharma. Verse number 3, anyone wants to recite?
Mataji, can Advait recite?
Go ahead, Advait. Thank you. So just a reminder for everyone, Mataji has also mentioned this earlier. There is no fa. That is not there in Sanskrit. It is a syllable that is not present in Sanskrit. There are two syllables not present in Sanskrit, which is commonly seen in many other languages. One is fa, the other one is la, not the small la, not lalita la, but la, in some South Indian languages and even in certain northeastern languages and some parts, middle Maharashtrian, those regions also, you have the syllable la. That is not there in Sanskrit. So it's only Lalita, like that, very, very soft. Only that is there. So these two are not there. So always keep that in mind. So when we see PH, it is not fa, it is pa. So papa, ba, ba, papa, ba, ba, ma, like that. So it is phalam. So there is no question of F sound in Sanskrit. And also keep in mind about la, which automatically we do, because at least I automatically end up sometimes like mangalam. I say mangalam, it's not mangalam, it's mangalam in Sanskrit. Okay. So just a few interesting facts. Now we have learned 3 verses. So these 3 verses are actually, they pretty much direct the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. The first verse is an invocation. It's the invocation of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is Janmadhyasya Yatonvayat, right? So you have heard enough about that verse. I'm not going to repeat more. The second verse, Dharma Projita Kaitava, talks about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, how great the Srimad Bhagavatam. When you have so much Vedic literature, why do you need Srimad Bhagavatam? So it talks about how great the Srimad Bhagavatam is. The third verse is an invitation. It's an invitation for all of us to come and relish this ripened fruit and drink it. So if you have a fruit, you would bite it and eat it. But Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with rasa that you just have to drink it. Though it's a fruit, you just drink it. So it has so much rasa. So rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. All you rasikas, come and relish and drink this nectar. Pibata Bhagavatam. Come and drink the Bhagavatam. So like this, these 3 verses are pretty much, setting the scene for the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. And I think you must have already heard from her about the meters. So Srimad Bhagavatam is very rich in metrical patterns. Like the first one and the second one. Anyone remembers what meter it is? What is the name of the chandas?
Shardula.
Correct. Shardula?
I don't know.
Right, you're right. I mean, finish it, right? You're right.
Vikritam.
Vikriditam, very nice. So what is Shardula Vikriditam means? Shardula is actually a tiger, okay? And Vikriditam means play, like how a tiger jumps and goes and plays. So you can feel the rhythm of that when you recite this verse, like Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas charteshva Swarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Suraya. So it's like a tiger playing, right? So that's why it's called Shardula Vikriditam. So that's one way of remembering what the meter is. Okay, and most of the others, I remember she did tell about Nigama Kalpataror. Anyone has written down the meter name? Okay, it's not coming on top of my head. It's somewhere buried there. I don't remember it right away. But most of the others that we have seen so far, the rest of them were all in the regular Anushtub meter. Like you have Bhagavad Gita, most of the verses is in Anushtub. Here and there, some are in Trishub. And Mahabharata is mostly in Anushtub meter. Vishnu Sahasranamam is in Anushtub meter. So it's the usual Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yuyutsava. So all this is in Anushtub meter. So most of these verses that we are touching now will be in Anushtub. Okay. Anyone for Apana Samsmritim Ghoram?
Mataji, can I read?
Yes.
Apanaha samritaham goram yannama vishwaksena tatah sadhyo vimuchyate yat vibhakti swayam bhayam.
Very nice, thank you. So Yannama, right? So what is it that can actually get us, what is it that even Swayam Bhayam Bhibeti, that fear personified is scared of? What is this verse telling?
Holy name of the Lord.
Holy name of the Lord. Yannama vivaso ghrinan. Tataha sadhya. Again we see the word sadhyo. Vimuchyeta yad bhibeti swayam bhayam. So Fear personified is scared of the vibration of the holy names. So even if one unconsciously chants the holy name, like for example, if you're walking and you trip, if you say Krishna, even that goes a long way. It is considered namabhas, so it has a lot of potency. So like that, even there's a verse that says, even if you're joking or laughing or making fun or in fear or while tripping or unconsciously, anyhow, if you chant the holy names has a lot of potency. Someone else for the next one? Yat pada samshraya sutta, anyone?
You can Advait go if no one else is there.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone else wants to chant.
Hare Krishna Mataji, may I recite?
Yeah, who's it?
Bhavna.
Bhavna, yes, Bhavna.
Yatpa samshaya sutta muneya prashamayana satya punanti upasprishta sardhuni apo anusevaya.
Wonderful. So what is Swardhuni?
Mother Ganges.
Mother Ganges, very good. Anusevaya means?
Means when we serve Mother Ganges, means to serve them.
Constantly, yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Anusevya, not just sevya, but anusevya, constant use, right? Serving her constantly. Sprishta. Sprishta is? What's sparshana?
Means to associate. Yeah,
right.
associate.
To associate, or just the touch, right? Association. Sadhya punanti, immediate purification. Punanti means to purify. Very nice. Yat pada samshaya sutta. So those who have taken samshrayaha, ashraya, who have taken shelter at the lotus feet of the great devotees, of the Supreme Lord and the great devotees. Okay. Anyone for the next one?
Mataji, can Tulasi say?
Yes, Tulasi.
Tvam na sandarshito dhatra dustaram nistitir kalim sattvaharam pumsam karnadhara ivarnavam.
Very nice, very nice. So who's the Karnadhara?
Captain.
Captain, yes, wonderful. And what is Pumsam?
Human
beings, exactly, because we're going to use it in the verse for today. We're going to use all of this. Very nice. And what else? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Yeah, anyone wants to do 1 to 5?
Can I go, Mataji?
Who's this?
Harirada.
Harirada, it's Antaji.
Munayah sadhu prishtoham bhavadvairlokamangalam yatakrata Krishna samprashno yenatma suprasiditi.
Wonderful. Okay, Lokamangalam. What is it?
Whole world, auspiciousness for the whole.
Auspiciousness for the whole world. Okay. Suprasidati.
Become happy.
Yeah. Atma becomes immediately very happy. Very nice. Okay. Next. Yeah, that's how Prabhupada says it. Now, this was your previous verse. I think Kirtida Sundari Mataji covered this verse, and I heard all of you had a lot of fun last week too. So can someone please recite this verse?
Mataji,
may I?
Yeah, was that Bharat?
Yes, Mataji. One Mataji was also raised hand, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, maybe who raised hand besides Bharat?
Somebody spoke.
Okay, we'll ask them to speak right after this. So if you want to chant this verse.
Thanks, Mataji. Save pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti adhokshaje ahetuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati.
Yes, wonderful. So you see, there are lots of words that are repeating, right, from all the previous verses that you have seen. Pumsam, what is pumsam?
Human being.
Human being, yes. Prabhu said that last time too. Human being, yes. Parodharma, what is that?
Highest religion.
Very
Highest.
nice. Bhakti, obviously, is devotional service. Who's Adhokshaja?
Lord Krishna.
Krishna, Lord
sorry,
Krishna.
Lord
What is the
Krishna.
meaning of Adhokshaja?
Infallible or other?
Yeah, Achyuta is infallible. Okay, one who cannot be easily perceived by the blunt senses. Okay, that personality is Adhokshaja. It's not like, you can just perceive Krishna by your senses. You have to go beyond that. So he's called as Adhokshaja. Okay. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. We saw suprasidati also. What is suprasidati? Yayatma suprasidati. Same phrase. What is that?
Happiness.
Happiness for the yayatma, for the self, right?
Oh.
What is ahaituki and apratihata?
Ahetuki causeless.
Yes.
Apraheta unbroken.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's it. So you have the full meaning of this. Wonderful. Yeah. And here, this was the verse she did last time. Sorry. Then anyone, which was the Mataji who unmuted when Bharat was speaking?
Me. Tulasi Manjari.
Tulsi Manjari, go ahead. Vasudevi Bhagavati, very sweet verse.
Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Ashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chaya Dahaitukam.
Wonderful. So this was the verse you learned last week. Okay. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. Janayati means? We already saw Janayati.
Produce.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Vairagyam?
Detachment.
Yeah, correct. Jnanam?
Knowledge.
Very nice. Ahaitukam?
Causeless.
Causeless. That's it. So there you got the meaning. So when bhakti is there, automatically vairagyam and jnanam is produced as a byproduct. Okay. Causeless jnanam and vairagyam is immediately produced. Very nice. This is the verse. So by rendering devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. Ashu is very soon. Vasudevi is Krishna. Bhagavati is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very nice. So we have done till 127 and we are going to today's verse. Okay, today's verse again will have a lot of elements of what we have already learned. So two participants raise hands. So let me see who the participants are. I see Advait and Tulsi Manjari. Okay. Anyone would like to repeat after me?
Okay, Mataji.
Okay. So this is 128. Dharma svanusthita pumsam.
Dharmanushtita pumsam.
Dharma svanusthita pumsam.
Dharmanushtita pumsam.
Dharma svanusthita pumsam.
Dharmanushtita pumsam.
Vishwaksena katasu yaha.
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 Vishwaksena
katasu yaha.
Notpadaye vyatiratim.
Notpadeyatiratim.
Notpadyetiratim.
Notpadeyatiratim.
Notpadayetiratim.
Notpadeyatiratim.
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Kevalam.
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushtitha pumsam vishwaksena katasu yaha.
Dharma svanushtita pumsam vishwaksena katasu yaha.
Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksena kathasu yah.
Dharma svanushtita pumsam Vishwaksena yatasyaha.
Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksena kathasu yah.
Dharma svanushitam pumsam Vishwaksena yatasyaha.
Notpadayet yatiratim shramayeva hi kevalam.
Notpalayati yatim shama eva hi kevalam.
Notpadayet yatiratim shramayeva hi kevalam.
Notpayati yatim shama eva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksena kathasu yah. Notpadayet yatiratim shramayeva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushitam pumsam Vishwaksena katushayaha. Natpodaya yati yatim shama eva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksena kathasu yah. Notpadayet yatiratim shramayeva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushitam pumsam Vishwaksena katushayaha. Natpadayati yatim shama eva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksena kathasu yah. Notpadayet yatiratim shramayeva hi kevalam.
Dharma svanushitam pumsam Vishwaksena katasuyaha. Natpodaya yati gatim shama eva hi kevalam.
Thank you. So everyone can take turns and start chanting. Bharat, do you want to go next?
Yes, Mataji. Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksena kathasu yah. Notpade datiratim shrameva hi kevalam.
Thank you. Wonderful. Tulsi Manjari?
Dharma svanushtita pumsam Vishwaksena kathasuya Notpadayet yatiratim Shama eva hi kevalam.
Thank you. Bhavana?
Yes, Mataji. Dharma svanushtitha pumsam Vishwaksen kathasuya Notpaded yadiratim Shram eva hi kevalam.
Nice. Gayatri?
Yes, Mataji. Dharma svanusthita pumsam Vishwaksena kathasuyaya Nutpadayadi yadiratim samayeva hi kevalam.
Nice. Shri Hari Radha Mataji?
Dharma savanustitha pumsam vivekshena katha suyaniya nato padhyati ratim shama eva hi kevalam.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Vijay Lakshmi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Please try.
Dharma Savashna. I don't read English, no, not understand.
No problem. Can you repeat after me? If that is okay.
You
I'll tell
help.
you can repeat?
Repeat Mataji.
Okay. Dharma svanushtita pumsam.
Dharma savishtitam pumsam
Vishwaksena kathasuya.
Vishwakshena katasuya
Notpadyet yatiratim.
Notpade yadiratim
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Shama eva hi kevalam.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you much.
Nitya Narasimha Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, now this is which meter we are using, Mataji, here?
This is regular Anushtup Prabhu.
Oh, okay, Mataji. Okay, Mataji. Dharma svanusthitha pumsam Vishwakshena kathasuyam Notpadayet yadiratim Shramayeva hi kevalam.
Thank you, Prabhu. Vrinda Gopika Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Dharma savishta puncham vishwashkana kathau yaha natpadya yadi retim. Can you help me, Mataji?
Yes, of course. You want to repeat, Mataji?
Last one.
Okay. Shrama.
Shrama eva hi kevalam.
Wonderful.
Please forgive me.
Oh, I forgive. Thank you, Mataji. And finally, our queen, Rinita Gandharvika Mataji, the queen of Bhakti Sangha.
Dharma svanushtita pumsham viswakshena katasu yaha notpadayet yadi ratim shrema eva hi kevalam.
Awesome.
Jai Ho, Danvat Pranam to all Vaishnava Seva.
Hari Hari. So let's look at these little, points of transliteration that we saw in the very first slide. So if you see, there is a dot below. So we give a little stress, dharma, like that. Swan, and then you see a dot below, yes, T, S and T, right? Swanushtitaha, sh. So when S is there below, you have a sh sound. Swanushtita, ta-ta-da-da-na, right? Ta-ta, swanushtitaha. Pum, there is no dot below. So pumsa, no, not pumsham, okay? Pumsam, okay? There's a full pumsam with a stress. Again, you see a dot here, so it becomes sha. Vishwaksena, katasuya, notpadiyet yati ratim, shrama, shrama. On top there is a sh, a line. So shrama eva hi kevalam. So if we start looking into these little notations, it gets easier for us to recite. Okay, so now let's look at some words that we have already seen through these different verses. Dharma, what is dharma?
Occupation.
Religion,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Religion, very good. Occupational duties, very good. Any other meanings for dharma? Both are correct. Any other meaning?
The rules that Lord has created.
Yes, so occupational duties, religion, different rules. Okay. Any more?
Quality, Mataji.
Quality, yes, that is the actual root word and the answer to the question. All of these are correct. That is all correct. But the intrinsic property is called as dharma. For example, what is the dharma of sugar?
Sweet.
Sweet, correct. What is the dharma of Krishna?
Sweet, right?
Sweet, he's merciful, yeah.
Ananda.
Yeah, actually everything fits him. Yeah, so like that, intrinsic property, right? That is dharma. Actually, religion is also dharma. It depends on context, okay? But the root word comes from the term intrinsic property. Dharma means to that which sustains is actually dharma. And what sustains? The intrinsic property sustains that item, right? So that which sustains, intrinsic property, religion, rules, regulations, occupational duties, everything relates to dharma, okay? Anushtita, Anushtana. Have you heard of this word, Anushtana?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, vague idea is good.
Executed in terms of one's own position.
Exactly. Very true. Very, very nicely said. Pumsa, third time we are asking the meaning.
Humankind.
Human beings. Who is Vishwaksena?
The personality of Godhead.
Okay. Yeah. Any other insights into further
Plenary portions of Krishna?
What's that, dear?
Plenary portion.
Plenary portion of Krishna. That is correct. He's called as Vishwaksena. Anyone has seen a picture of Vishwaksena? He's also four-armed form. Okay. So anyway, just a side note. Yeah, he's a plenary portion. Correct. He's a form of the Lord. What's the meaning of Vishwaksena?
Is it like Jagannath? We say that he's Nath, means father of all living entities. Vishwa means whole world, no, Mataji.
Yes, correct.
Sena means what is that? Soldiers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the meaning. Correct. Vishwaksena. Have you heard the name Vishwaksena in the Vishnu Sahasranam? Anyone? Yeah, it's also there in it's there everywhere. I mean, so basically it's one of the names of the Lord, and an immediate expansion of the Lord is also called as Vishwaksena, and that's the reason why in the translation you would find in the bracket an expansion of the personality of Godhead. So a plenary portion rather. So like that, Vishwaksena means, actually it refers to the Supreme Lord because he's the Sena for the entire Vishwa, right? Like how Nitin Narasimha Prabhu was explaining. Okay, very nice. Katha. Everyone knows Katha. What is Katha? Story. Yaha, him. This, okay. Utpatti. What is Utpatti?
Production.
Not padayit, okay? Not produce. Na always is negation, right? Na utpadayit, okay? Not padayit. Yadi ratim. What is ratim? Attraction. Yes, rati is attraction. Shrama.
Useless labor.
Work. Yeah, a lot of effort. Yeah. Eva hi kevalam. What is kevalam? Entirely. Yeah, it's interesting. In some languages, kevalam is nothing, actually useless. But actually, kevalam means entirely. Only that. That is called kevalam. Only that. Harir nameva kevalam, right? We say Harir nameva kevalam. So like that, only that, or completely that, entirety. Okay, so you all got the meaning. So you're done with the translation. Anyone wants to take a shot at the translation, the English translation? Anyone wants to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Sri Hari Ram.
The occupational activities that a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the personality of God and Hare Krishna.
Very well. So here you see occupational activities. Occupational activities directly relates to which term here?
To hear
Dharma.
about the glories of Lord.
Yeah, Dharma. Occupational activities relates to Dharma. What is man related to? Which word? Man?
Pumsham.
Yeah. So if I tell the Sanskrit, everyone is telling the English. If I tell the English, no one is telling Sanskrit. Come on. So man is Pumsam. Okay. Personality of God it refers to?
Vishwakshena.
Vishwakshena. Very nice. Stories or
Katha.
Katha, yeah. Message here. Okay. Stories, message. Okay. Provoke.
Ratim. No. Provoke.
Create. Okay, think of the other synonyms for provoke.
Provoke means utpada.
Very nice. Rati, of course, everyone knows.
Attraction.
No, I should ask attraction, right? Sorry, attraction. Attraction is Rati. Okay. Labor.
Labor is
Shrama.
Okay.
Entirely. You already said it.
Yeah. Entirely. Okay, well. Awesome. Here we go. So here is your Sanskrit verse, word-to-word translation. If you see the word-to-word translation.
Mataji, I have a question. Can I ask or should I ask at the end?
No, you ask.
Mataji, the dots up and dots down, can you again explain? Because, or if you have something on that, kindly share, Mataji, later.
Yeah. The very first slide that she had put before every class, right? That one has this. So here is the arna. Okay, that kind of na. So here, if you have a dot below T, it is like ta. It is not ta. It is ta. For sha is always the problem, right? There are two kinds of sha. Yara, lava, shash. What is that? Who knows Hindi here? Yara, lava, shasha.
Sheshasha.
Sh, yeah. So here is the palatal sh and cerebral sh, as in shine. And here, as in the German word, spiritual. Yeah. So there's a little difference between the top one and the bottom one. Sh. That's it. And below T, if you have a dot, it is T. If you don't have anything, it is T. But if you have a dot and then a H, Tha, it is. Like we saw, I think Dharma Swanishtitaha Pumsam. There we saw that. Then what else? A dot on M and a dot on N is just a little stress on that word. N is na. M is little stress. Like that. So it's a half.
Is it a grammar, Mataji? Sanskrit grammar, this one?
Yeah, phonetics, Sanskrit phonetics. Yeah, all this is. Yeah.
And it makes like a different, when we say unknowingly something different, it makes different meaning.
Yes, that's right. So remember, who's that? Vritrasura in this pastime in the 6th canto. So what did Vritrasura say? He said, what did he say? He said Indra,
Elephant name or something?
No. He wanted an enemy of Indra, right? Indra Shatru. So there's a difference in the way they pronounce it. Like, of course, the Vaidika mantras, they have to be told in a certain pitch. So if you say it in one way, it means the enemy of Indra, enemy of Indra, or the one who will kill Indra. But if you say it in a different way, if you say it with a different connotation, then it becomes the one who's killed by Indra. So that's how this Vritrasura pastime turned out, in a way that Vritrasura became a demon and he got killed by Indra. Okay, so these are very important, these pitches and how they are pronounced and the tone in which they are called out, all this becomes important.
If possible, Mataji, maybe you have to take separate class for this, because I may be doing so many mistakes.
That's okay, Prabhu, Bhava Grahi Janardana. Don't worry. We are not sitting and doing Vaidika mantras here. So we are just, these are purely for, out of love and affection, we are reading scripture. So it doesn't matter, Prabhu. Really, it doesn't matter at all. Yeah. Krishna only sees Bhav. So. Okay, anyhow, but a person who's probably doing the sacrifices, who's a learned Brahmana and who has to chant mantras in a particular way, he has to learn it properly. So we are chanting for love of, we are chanting and we are reading scripture to develop love of God. So we don't have to focus so much about it, but it's always good to chant verses for our own period.
It makes a lot of difference, Mataji, by understanding and doing, and by just parrot-like recitation.
Yeah, it gives a lot of, we are able to memorize it easily. That's the focus of this class, right? So memorizing easily. Okay, so everyone got a chance to do this verse, right? So as Mataji always finishes her class, I'll give you some picture clues. That's what she says, right? So that's what I'm trying to give here. This is a saying by Srila Prabhupada, 31st March in Vrindavan. He says, we take a newspaper and we read what the politicians say. So many nonsense things. We waste our time. Shrama eva hi kevalam, right? That is what we saw in this verse. Useless endeavor, right? Labor that is unwanted, useless. It's only useless labor if it does not provoke attraction. So Prabhupada says here, Shrama eva hi kevalam. We should increase our taste for what? For hearing and chanting about Vishnu, Krishna, he says. So here the verse itself says, it is useless labor if it does not provoke attraction for what? For hearing the message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So one must engage in understanding about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the message that Prabhupada gives. Here is a picture of a person, of a lady who's performing devotional service. So she's engaging her time nicely. So there is Parodharma and there is Sadharan Dharma, right? The regular Dharma that we talk about is occupational duties. It is Varnashrama Dharma. But what is Sanatana Dharma? Anyone can tell? Actually, Bhagavatam clearly distinguishes this. In 7th canto, if you see, Bhagavatam says there is a difference between Varnashrama Dharma and Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is Sanatan. It is eternal. So what is really eternal? Is your body eternal or your soul eternal? Your soul is eternal. So the dharma that the soul requires is Sanatana Dharma, which is nothing but devotional service. That's how Bhagavatam describes Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma, we all say, oh, we are not Hindus, we are Sanatana Dharmis. That is nice. But do you really understand what it means? Sanatana Dharma means doing the eternal occupation of the soul. That is Sanatana Dharma. So here it says dharma, if you're doing the ordinary dharma, varnashrama dharma, occupational activities a man performs according to his own position, according to his own varna and ashram, is useless labor. If you say, I'm a great Brahmana, I'm a great Kshatriya, I'm a great Vaishya, these are my duties, I continue to do my duties. I will read the Vedas as a Brahmana, I will go on a war as a Kshatriya, I will do business as a Vaishya, and I will do service as a, to humanity and other things as a Shudra. That is nice. That's your duty. That is your occupational duty. But is that the end of everything? By doing your occupational duty, what are you doing? You're maintaining your body. Right? Is the body permanent? No. What is permanent? The soul is permanent. So instead of just doing Varnashram Dharma, Bhagavatam says you do Sanatana Dharma. Okay? The eternal occupation. And remember the second verse of Bhagavatam, what did it say? Parodharma, right? So Bhagavatam propounds Parodharma and it kicks out Kaitava Dharma, cheating religion. Okay, so that's the business of Bhagavatam. So everywhere this Bhagavatam keeps promoting Parodharma. So all this Varnashram Dharma rules and regulations, your religious duties, all this is nice. But if you're not provoking attraction for the message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is only useless endeavor. So the first picture that we saw is a message from Srila Prabhupada, reading newspaper, understanding what politicians say, getting involved in the local politics. All this is Shrama eva hi kevalam. It's actually useless waste of time because it's not helping us provoke love for Krishna. But whereas oral reception to the message of Krishna, hearing and chanting can provoke love to Krishna. Devotional service like this lady is doing, that is going to provoke love for Krishna. Hearing the sense, right? Vishwaksena katha ruchi. You should develop ruchi for Vishwaksena's katha. How do you develop ruchi? By hearing. By hearing, reading, chanting. These are the ways. Because our senses, they are mundane, but the senses can be dovetailed very easily. So if we are engaging our senses in mundane activities, we do regular, ordinary Varnashram Dharma. If you are using it in Krishna's service, by hearing and chanting about Krishna, immediately love is produced. Utpatti of love, not notpatti. Utpatti of rati, attraction for Krishna is produced. This example, these two examples Prabhupada often gives, so I've put that for your pictorial clues. One is the donkey that is eating hay. So Prabhupada says we're all working like donkeys, right? A donkey, just for a handful of hay, he's ready to hold a huge burden on his shoulders, on his back, sorry. He's voluntarily taking up all that hardships to hold loads and loads of cloth for his master, but he's beaten up just for that one handful of hay. So that's our condition in this material world, and everyone will agree with me. We all go to work, and what are we doing there? Shrama eva hi kevalam. Of course, we are getting food, we are eating, no questions about it. We are doing that, but at the end of the day, actually, it is only temporary. It's actually a temporary benefit because the soul has to be nourished. The soul has to be nourished. That is more important. We can do Varnashram Dharma, provided we keep Krishna in the center. If Krishna is in the center, then Varnashrama Dharma is actual Dharma. That is the point of this verse. And the other analogy Prabhupada gives is a bird in the cage. So what is the cage compared to and what is the bird compared to? Anyone knows this analogy?
Hare Krishna Mataji, what did you say?
What is the cage compared to and what is the bird compared to? In this famous analogy of bird in the cage.
Oh, the
Mataji, is it body is the cage and the soul is the bird?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So what is the person doing? If a person is taking care of the cage and forgetting to feed the bird, then the bird dies. So that's what we are doing in our regular varnashram, so-called varnashram. We are just taking care of our body. We are forgetting the soul. But if you keep Krishna in the center, then everything is taken care of. So it's all about dovetailing senses. That's what this verse is. Okay, so we are good. We are good with time. So any other volunteers for chanting the verse?
Can I chant Mataji?
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
But I would need some help, I think.
Of course.
Dharma.
You want me to say and then you want to repeat?
Let me try one time. I know I'm going to say it wrongly, but can I try wrongly?
Sure,
And then I
sure.
can repeat afterwards.
Yeah, of course.
Dharma svanusthita pumsham vishvekshayana kathastu yaha notapadye yadiratim shrameva hi kevalam.
Oh, beautiful. You said it perfectly.
Oh, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I will try Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Swanushkita pumsham vishwakshena katasuya notpadayat yad ratim shrema eva hi kevalam.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, can I say?
Yes, dear. Can.
Dharma svanushtita pumsam vishvaksena kathasuya notpadayet yatiratim shama eva hi kevalam.
Perfect. Awesome.
Mataji, can I go?
Yes.
Dharma svanusthita pumsam vishwaskena kathashuha natpadya. Can you please help me?
Okay. Vishwaksena kathasuya.
Vishwasena kathashuha. Vishwakshena kathashuha.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do it again. Vishwaksena, not Shena. Sena.
Vishwakshena
Again.
kathashu.
Vishwaksena.
Vishwakshena
Good. Kathasuyaha. Or
kathasuyaha.
Very nice.
Natpadyeda yadi ratim
Right.
sharam
Shrama.
shram
Correct.
Rama eva hi kevalam.
Fantastic.
Jai
That's
Srila Prabhupada. Mataji.
Wonderful. Okay. Anybody else before we end?
Should I try, Marataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Dharma svanusthitham pumsam vishwakshena kathashuya notpadayet yadiratim shrama hi kevalam.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Jai ho.
Jai ho. Okay. So if that is good, we are going to meet again next week with the next verse. And maybe me or maybe Preethi Mataji till Suksagri Mataji. I think she'll be back in a week after. I think after next week she'll be back. So you can stay tuned and she'll be back. But next week one of us will cover this next verse. Okay.
Mataji, I have some queries which in the beginning you said, na Mataji, that Saraswati.
Saraswati. Yeah.
Saraswati refers to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, na Mataji?
No. So that's the thing. Like, for example, I'll ask you, let's do this game. Okay. So who is Vasudeva and who's Vasudeva?
One is Krishna, one is the father of Krishna.
Correct. Who is the father of Krishna? Who is Krishna?
Vasudeva is the father of Krishna and Vasudeva is the Krishna.
Very good. Now, who is Kunti? Who's Kaunteya?
Kunti is mother and Kaunteya is Arjuna. No?
Arjuna.
Okay, son. Who's Pritha? Who's Partha?
Partha is Arjuna. Pritha is again Kunti.
Kunti. Okay. Who's Dhritarashtra and who's Dhardarashtra?
Dhritarashtra we know much. Dhritarashtra I don't know much.
Is the king.
Dhardarashtranam. Who's Dhardarashtras?
Whole family?
Yeah, but who?
No, Kauravas.
Kauravas, yeah, the son of Dhritarashtra. Very nice. Who's Radha? Who's Radheya?
Radha is Radharani, Krishna's beloved.
Yes.
Radheya is called her name when someone calls her with love.
Yeah, I just had a twist here. Sorry for confusing you. But anyone else wants to try? I know it was a little twisted.
It is Karna, right? Mataji, it is
Karna.
Karna, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's Karna because Karna's mother's name is also Radha. So, yeah. But yeah, so that's the point. Generally,
Wait, Maji, but Karna's mother is Kunti Devi, right?
yeah, but foster mother, the one who,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. So the point is Vasudeva, Vasudeva. So just think of this example. So Vasudeva's son becomes Vasudeva. So like that, Saraswati Deva's son becomes Saraswati Deva. Deve, not Saraswati Deva, it is Saraswata. So if you see there is a line on the ye, I can again share screen. And here we go. So let's see this. Yeah. Oh, sorry, we don't have with the thing. Okay. So it is Saraswata. Sorry, we don't have the properly written one with the Sanskrit. But if you open the Bhagavad Gita book, you can see it as Saraswata. Okay. So like
T-A, Mataji, T-A.
Sa, S-A-A, Saraswata. I mean, if there's a line on top of A, then it becomes Akara.
So all these days I was thinking it was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Mataji.
Even I was also thinking initially it's like that only. I think everyone, we all go through that. First I was thinking Saraswati, then I thought it was Saraswati Deva, it is Bhakti Siddhanta. Then of course someone told me it is not like that. It is actually the son of Saraswati Deva or the disciple of Saraswati Deva. Like that. Saraswata.
Mataji,
Ah.
can I say something?
Hmm.
Something like this, I just remember right when you said the disciple or the son.
Hmm.
So there was this one story where like this devotee, he got sick of serving in India. So he told Prabhupada he wants to go to a Western world. Prabhupada said, I'm going to Africa, will you come? He said that he doesn't have passport. Prabhupada said he'll make a passport. So next day, passport and in the father's name, it was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. I mean, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Correct.
The disciple asked, Prabhupada, what is this? That's not my father's name. I don't even remember my father's name. Then Prabhupada showed him his passport and said, in the father's name, it said Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So he said, it's not father, it's Guru Parampara.
Correct. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So like who's like again you see these, it's so common, like for example, who's Dasharath's son called as?
Dashratha Nandan.
Dashratha Nandan. But if you have to derive the name from the father's name, how will you derive it?
Dasharatha.
Dhasharathi, his name is. Rama's name is Dhasharathi. Like that. So you'll find many people have their names derived from their parent. Like for example, Prithvi means earth, right? So her name is derived after whom?
Prithviraj? We don't know.
Prithvi.
Prithu Maharaj?
Prithu Maharaj, yes, correct. Because Prithu Maharaj was the one who tilled the earth and right. So she becomes the daughter of Prithu Maharaj. So her name is Prithvi, like that. So almost everybody will have something to do with their parent when they get a name. Like Anjaneya. Who is Anjaneya? He's the son of
Anjana.
Mother Anjali.
Anjana.
Mother Anjana.
Mother Anjana.
Right?
Mother Anjana.
Anjana's son is Anjaneya. Right. So like that, there are many.
So here, Mataji, basically, it is son or disciple, Saraswati.
It's actually a disciple son. Everything is the same. So that's why that the Radvait was telling that story. It's the same, right? Father, Guru and father are the same actually.
Janaka.
Same.
Janaki.
Janaka, Janaki. Right? Correct. Janaka, Janaki. Mithila, Maithili. Yeah, especially Sita Devi's names, most of her names are all derived names. Maithili, Janaki, all of that.
So this Guru Pranam is only for Srila Prabhupada. That's what it is. Correct, Mataji?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for clarity. After so many years, I came to know that I'm making mistakes.
I think everyone, right? After many years, we get to know. Same thing with me too. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, me too, making so many mistakes. Now
Okay,
clear. Now Sanskrit learning from you. Right.
Okay. Okay, Matajis and Prabhujis, we'll meet again